Generic greetings and welcome back to Generyville in Kingdoms and Castles. Today's beverage is a very nice chill chamomile tea. So welcome back to the game. In the previous episode we started afresh with Generyville here on a 3-island setup, as can probably be seen on the minimap here, and still haven't met our neighbours if any, but hopefully it'll be nice and friendly if we do bump into some people. And yes, we started by building our houses, wells after the massive burn down. We've got orchards, we've got farming, and people in the quarries. So overall happy with progress in this episode. More buildings specifically. We're going to build a cottage there, we're going to build a cottage in there. I'm trying to make it so that these are in a an interesting. They're an interesting size, so they're not just a straight square. Even though I've literally just made a square, but what I mean is that we're not putting the houses directly next to each other in the same orientation. We're going to try and get a bit of variation there. So there's that building. That's going to increase our population by, I think it's 12, 24. 29 actually, I think, is, if the maths works out correctly. 12 for the cottages and 5 for the hovel. I think that's about right. We can make a town square. We definitely want to make, sooner rather than later, the oh, there's a produce storage. That would actually be quite desirable as a building. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to put it, but I mean, there's fine. There would work. I'm tempted to put it there, though, and leave these free, because then we can run a road down and have access. Oh, no, we're not going to run a road down, because we want to build across this way. Okay, I mean, putting it there is fine, I guess. Bit of wasted space around this area, but I'll put it in anyway. Anyway, that's now in. Actually, you know what? I am going to change my mind. The priority has to be getting in a treasure room. We need a treasure room, so let's go for that first. See all of these getting built, foundations getting knocked up. 7 people visited, but none could find a home. Our city is full. We need more homes, indeed. Talk to our advisors. It says some of it was ruined in the winter. That's harvest-wise. We need a town square, and we should build some defences in case the dragon returns, which it says 13 years. So we will build. I do think that's a wise decision by them. Yeah, build some defences. I mean, we could potentially even build them defences now. Build a wall around here. And then at least we have that in place. Is that a good idea? Not stone wall. I would not even think about building a stone wall at this stage. But if we were to make a wall across there, down here, I mean, that would mean that we've got that defensive position before we expand. Or you know what I'll do? I'll build across here and down and seal off all of this. Yeah, we'll do that. It's not something... I'll be honest, the reason why I'm interested in doing that is because it's not something we normally do. And trying something different is always good. Let's not do that. Let's build the wall. If the road to there, then I want to build across and then into there, just so we can build things in here. Namely, treasure room. I'd like the bigger treasure room. How much? Oh, we don't need the bigger treasure room. And it's a lot more resources. It's a lot more resources. Where's the back, would one say? There. There you go, and it's altering the size of this as well. So there's our treasure room. We now have statues. Oh, wow! Loads of extra statues. So this is part of the DLC, which was less than a couple of generic units of currency, so I was more than happy to pick it up. Yeah, it also is realistically stupid in terms of cost for some of these. Look at that. 125 gold for a mounted knight. I mean, it's probably good value. But there's all of our parks. Wow, loads of parks. All lovely. And we've got libraries and clinics and bathhouses and jousting areas and theatres and cathedrals and, yeah, cemeteries, which we do actually need. But can't afford them yet. Tax rate, 10%. Let's put that tax up. So we're going to start to tax people. Let's have a click on here. And no residents yet. What about these ones? They're wanting fish. Today's fish is trout a la creme. Enjoy your reference. And let's see about perhaps fishery. Okay. So, fishing hut will get fish. Fishmonger prepares and stores fish. However, that requires tools, which means iron. So, guess what? Fish is going to be a very late... That's a later us thing. Alright, so do we want to build... Do you want to build the... Yeah, I think I'll answer my own question. Do we want to build the walls sooner rather than later? I think the answer is yes. I'm going to build out to here. Oh, there's some wolves there, actually. Let me just double check. Yes, that's as far as we're going to go with that one. So we have 48 people and 69 beds. Excuse me. So are we okay for food? Plus 55 change, yes, but we didn't store all of it, so we did lose some stuff to exposure. So that is... That, again, very helpful of the game to remind us that I'm not playing it very well, and that we need to make a produce storage, which naturally we'll put in probably around here. A large one would be desirable, but it's not going to happen. I don't think we can fit another orchard in there. No, it needs to be connected a bit more direct. So we've got roads to be placed. Roads we can place. We could place around here, although I'm very aware that... Well, let's have a chat with our advisors. Need more stockpiles. Okay, I think that is a reasonable assessment. A reasonable assessment. Let's go with a stockpile in here. Actually, no, because we're going to have houses there. I think a stockpile in there. So these wood can be stored there. Wood's storing there. I mentioned about the wall. I'd like that inside the wall. So I'm thinking the wall's going to come along here, down, probably back in, and then down to this area. That's the plan. But it's all going to be based on wood, which at the moment we're not getting. Or our peasants want a tavern. There you go. The people have spoken. Beverages must be dispensed. Large produce storage. Is that new? Could be. Could be. Bakers, markets, the nories and aqueducts and reservoirs and large reservoir. That's new since I last played. Tavern. 25 wood. Okay. Let's get a tavern. Oh, and a large tavern. Let's get a tavern and a town square. Yeah. And you know what? How much is... So, a wood castle block is 6 wood. A standard castle block in stone is 12 stone and 3 wood. The question is... We have lots of workers. And there are master stone cutters as well. Oh no, there's a journeyman. But still... We've got stone cutters who are very good at their craft. Do we just build stone walls from the beginning and go, you know what? We are playing the long game on this. It's possible. It is possible. But not something that I'm really bothered about now because we're going to build a pub. So the pub, and it can go wherever it needs to be. Wherever it needs to go, really. But I guess here would be nice. Pub over here. It needs to go where all of the housing is, and the housing is going to go around here, isn't it? I think that's fine there. Pub's going in. And also the rains are here. Stone. It's going to come across to there. I think our town centre is going to go around this area. And yes, I am eventually going to knock down these hovels and place cottages. But that requires stone, and as I said, I'm trying to maybe think about long-term stone storage. Stone's going to go around there, around here, and then down the walls. For this one, it's going to run across there. I mean, that's going to be a fairly big area anyway. The scope keeps on getting bigger. This is definitely scope creep. And we're getting loads of food, which is just what we need. How are we doing for job priorities? Unfilled jobs 12. Right. But we still have, you know, lots of places for people to visit and stay. Parks, banners. That's pretty good. Small parks, pine trees. All these require gold. We got 12 gold, and realistically, if I was to build a windmill, that would be pretty good too. Build the windmill sooner rather than later. I mean, we could tax them 20%. Happiness seems to be pretty good. It's trending towards 65. I'm guessing that's because of the tax rate. If I put the tax rate down, trends towards 69. Yeah, we're still going to go for a 20% tax rate. How are we doing for... Yeah, we need more charcoal makers. The problem is the wood, or rather the lack of it. We haven't got a lot of wood. Ah, my lord, life is good here. Our kingdom attracted 5 new residents. Excellent. Industry and forester. If I was to build a forester there, that's outside of the walls that are going to be there. We'll have a gap there. That's not a problem. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about where the wall's going to go. So that's where they can plant. So I want the wall along there, don't I? Okay. So what we'll do is we'll go for the corner. So the corner is there. And then from here it's 1, 2, 3, and then the edge. So 1, 2, 3, and the edge. So that's going to go there. Then it's going to come into about there. Then it's going to come all the way down to there. So I'm just blocking out the corners for now. And bear in mind that when we do this, we can then build castle stairs. We can place ballista towers on top once we've got a chamber of war. Currently don't have one, and it's expensive. So we'll see. So that goes there. This is obviously going to just come across, and then it'll be. If this is across here, it's going to be in there, because then it runs down past this, and I think that's just going to go straight down. I'm thinking this is going to go... I mean, I could just go straight down from there and across, couldn't I? Straight down and then in? Is that the way forward? Instead of that one? I don't want to build multiple layers of defence. That's only a couple off, but that's quite far away. No, I'll have that one coming straight down. This one coming in a little bit and across. Although, I actually think I want it a bit further out there. I'll demolish it. I think we are going to go down and across. Yeah, we'll see. It's actually wood that's the thing that we're missing, which is the curious case. And 7 people visited and 5 stayed. Good. Wood is the main thing. Let's look at job priorities once again. Quarry workers are up there. Timber workers are below charcoal. Yeah, below charcoal workers. No, we need the wood. No point in having the people employed in the charcoal place if there's no wood to if there's no wood to gather. So yes. Not there. Will eat anything that comes near, except peasants that work as a forester can be killed by soldiers, so we can put a forester there. Aha. Good. Let's do that. I'm going to max speed out for a little bit, just to zip through the time. And another forester will go in. And it's going to go in there. Looks like happiness is Well, it's up there, isn't it? It's good. And our money's going up as well. Wants charcoal for heating and cooking. And also wants... Oh, doesn't want... Oh, access to road. Sorry, that one's never going to have access to a road. It's not a massive problem. It's fine. It's fine. Not available there. That's okay. It's alright. But we are max population now. Which is curious. We are max population. But look at all of the resources here. It's pretty good. So stone gate goes in there. And the castle block goes to there only. Yeah. But, you know, this is the first time in any of these series that we've really focused on getting, from the very beginning, an actual defensive structure. Yeah. And I don't know whether that says more about me or whatever. Look at that. If we place that little park there, people are going to be really happy about it. To be fair, you can just make the standard paths of these as well. Clinic would be good. Clinic would be good. Put one in there next to the pub. So if there's any any issues there, it's not too far to go. Castle stairs. We'll put in. Guess we'll put in there to get up to this. You need somewhere to get up. Just there. And there's your archer towers and ballista towers, but that requires a chamber of war, which obviously we do not have. Clinic's now in. I think more people. We could build manors. We could build manors, actually. It says yields more tax revenue as 4 heads of household. And 25 people. One requires a little bit extra stone, so I think that's what we'll end up doing. Is there any other access to stone? There's access to iron. There's the stone over there, but it's near the danger forest. It's a little bit bitey over there. Manor. We can place a manor. The manor will certainly go there after we choppy chop this wood. Get that wood choppy chopped and the manor. Where's the entrance? I believe that's the entrance. Yes, I believe so. We'll place it there. Just waiting for the workers to chop down the wood. They seem to be focused on chopping down everything but the bit that I've marked. There we go. That's another 25 people. I'm going to put one here as well because it's pretty much a no-grow area. And we are going to have to increase our yield in food. A windmill is probably the easiest way of doing that. And we've only got a couple of stone needed before we can build one. And naturally we're going to put it towards this side. Well, there's our double banner. Generic greetings. It's not so bad here. It isn't so bad. Apart from the dragon attack in 6 years. That's going to be quite bad. But the rest of it should be good. Loads of wood. Loads of wood. Chop that down, please. And I'm just going to build the castle blocks along. And ideally, what we're wanting to see some idle. Just so we know we've got some things to play with. And castle block. There it goes. There'll be a gate there. This will come down here. I think we're just going to have a... I think I'm just going to bring it down into the edge. And then that'll be our main wall. What's often a good thing to do as well is just build up a tower in the middle, roughly in the middle. And then just go, hey, this is where we have... Just build it as high as you can. And then you put like a ballista on top of it. It's very doable. It's very doable. This road's going to run right across. And naturally down to there. And I think we're going to build more orchards, I think. So orchard. Let's see, actually. What are we short of? Too far away from the orchard, apparently. That's not the case. Oh, but eventually we'll be building some markets. Oh, is that a perfect place for a market? I think so, but let's talk to the advisors. Yeah, some of the food was ruined, sadly. Some quarries have no place to store their stone. Work has been halted. Oh, yes, over here, look at that. How curious. Right. Stockpile is, and... Oh, no. Stockpile isn't. That won't fit. It's not going to fit, so small stockpile. There you go. Let them crack on with that. Got a normal speed now. We're on year 17 as well, I've just realised. So what does the market say? The market says... Small market. Workers carry extra food and charcoal from the market to get easy access to the heads of household. Market, carry extra food, yeah. So, I mean, that's just a big market. I mean, we could place a market around here. And then it's going to be, again, around where a lot of the people will be. Right. That's more central, though. No charcoal available to consume. Residents very unhappy. Build more charcoal makers. Yeah, there is a charcoal shortage, to be fair. But we do have the ability to get charcoal on this other one. We have space for people to work in there. Okay. More orchards, I think. But I have to... I'm going to think about this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So the orchards can go there. And there, because it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then windmills, and there's a bit of space in this corner. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's correct, I believe. So more people visited, and still waiting for them to work there. Yeah. Our peasants want a church or a library. Okay. A library requires 75 gold. A chapel. That's very doable, in fact. Could place it around here. And have a little graveyard on the back, maybe. Do we need a graveyard? The general rule is to put a cemetery out of town because it's not really something you have to deal with. And I do think that is probably the case. Glad they accept donations. Yes, I'm sure it does. I like the idea of being surrounded by a park. The chapel, I mean. So it could go there. We then have parks. Small park. Oh, which doesn't have our logo. That's a bit disappointing. Or maybe that's just a temporary one until you place it. Bonus happiness if you're irrigated. Bonus happiness if adjacent to other gardens. Travel speed is slower than normal. Roads were faster than nothing. They're nice parks. The slightly bigger ones. Oh, yeah, reflecting pool. Okay, we are going to build a chapel. And are people now... Look at that. Needs full staff, not enough workers. Okay, job priority. It's going to be... charcoal makers above those. And there you go. That's fine. Windmill workers should also be up there as well. In fact, should be above. No, just below farmers, basically. So that now works. So that charcoal is going to be fulfilled because it's, yeah, we're making charcoal there. Charcoal makers there. And we can make a Hall of Diplomacy. And also a Chamber of War. If we so desired. I think we are going to go with... Oh, there's a church and there's a chapel. I mean, look at the radius of that. Huge. Is it better here? Or is it better here? I think it's better there. And then yes, that's where it's going to go, because I'm going to remove all those. We'll get the church put in rather than a chapel. And then we'll have the town centre there. That's the plan. Might not be a good plan, but it is the plan. And then we do need a market, I think. And for this thing, by the way, I'm going to say it can only store 100 wood. It says desired as well, not definitely will only store that amount. So we'll see what happens there. There's our church. And there we go, there's a church. Which will then have a road going up. And I think I'm going to build it... Oh, well, the church is going to be backed onto a stone wall, so there's not much choice. There's the castle gate. And it was a town centre, wasn't it? We could build a fishing hut. Not that there's much point. Town square is going to go there. And I think we'll end up having a market. I'm tempted to knock that house down. That cottage not being connected is bad. Ideally, we want to remove that rock and put it in a different orientation. Alright. They're getting built. And built quite quickly, which is nice. For defences then, we have a treasure room. Ooh, Greek fire emplacement. Massive damage, short range, short reload time, consumes charcoal per shot. We need a chamber of war, so we'll put one in, like that. There we go. There's our banner, and indeed this. Happiness is going up. Alright. Good. And we're on plus for charcoal as well. We're on positive for that. Okay, well, I think we're going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of kingdoms and castles. That's actually a lot more progress than I expected. We've managed to get... There's the Chamber of War. We've managed to get clinics, churches, Chamber of War. We're collecting taxes. We've got manors. We've even got a plan for walls. And a dragon in the next... Yeah. So, it would be probably a nice idea to, at some point, get... Probably put a castle block there. Build it up. Them three. And then ballista goes on top. And the higher they build it, the better. I think you can build after the fact. Range based on height. That's as far as that can go. No, it's not. It might be able to go further. We just need more stone. No, it needs surrounding blocks. That's fine then. So that can go there, and then the ballista tower can go on top. Yes, you have to employ soldiers, which also costs some coin, and if you toggle them, they lose their like training essentially. But, well, I don't think that's a huge issue. Food is positive, money is positive, charcoal, we need more charcoal, basically, and most likely I'm going to knock a couple of these down and redo it, and instead use the large charcoal maker there. But that means probably placing it here. Haven't yet decided. Let me know what you think. As always, hope you have enjoyed the episode and the series thus far. Comments in the comments. Let me know what you think of our lovely little settlement, and tips, comments, suggestions, etc. All very much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.